to the deep dive. Today, we are pushing aside the usual headlines to focus on a very specific high-octane event happening this weekend. It is Saturday, February 14th, 2026. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Though, judging by the stack of papers in front of us, we're not exactly focusing on candlelight dinners today.
No, not at all. While the rest of the world is buying roses and chocolates, we're looking at a different kind of heart-pounding action.
I like the sound of that.
We are breaking down the V85 horse racing at Åby. And honestly, looking at the potential payouts, the real romance today might just be between the bettors and their bank account.
All points to a really fascinating strategic battle.
It really does. We're going to walk through the entire card, races V85-1 through V85-8. We're going to hunt for the favorites, the challengers, and, those hidden gems that everyone else misses. So the mental model for today is the inside is dangerous. Don't tear up your ticket if your horse is trapped on the rail.
Precisely.
All right, let's apply that logic. Let's jump into the action. V85-1. We're starting with the Stowe Division, a race for mares, 2,140 meters. And this is a vault start.
A vault start, yes. That's the circling standing start, which adds a layer of timing and skill for the drivers right off the bat.
Looking at the consensus data, this race feels like a duel at the top. We've got two heavy hitters, number 3, Helena SH, and number 7, Saint Zon.
It's a classic matchup. But there is a lot of specific buzz around number 7, Saint Zon, and a lot of that comes down to the driver, Carl-Johan Jepsen.
The sources call him the master of the spring spore.
Right. So in a vault start, lanes 6 and 7 are the spring spore, the springboard lanes. If you time the circle perfectly, you get a running start while the others are turning.
And he's the best at that.
He's arguably the best in the business at hitting that timing. Saint Zon won from the lead last time, and with Jepsen in the sulky, the plan is almost certainly to use that springboard to rocket to the front again.
So the strategy is pure aggression. But Helena SH, number 3, isn't just going to let him pass, is she?
No, and she has the advantage of the inside post. She also won from the lead recently. She's honest, she's fast.
So she's the horse to beat.
If she manages to hold the lead, she's the horse to beat. This race effectively boils down to the first 200 meters. Who wins the race to the first turn?
Okay, so that's the heavyweight title fight. But let's look for some value. Is there anyone who could upset this party?
Well, thinking about that Åby factor we just discussed, look at number 1, Take a Bow.
Starting from post 1?
On a normal track, post 1 can be a trap if you aren't the fastest starter. You get crossed and buried. But here
it's an opportunity.
Exactly. She can let the speedsters go, sit comfortably behind the leader, save all her energy, and then use the open stretch to sprint at the end. It's the perfect setup for a surprise. Number 8, Abbagliante, is in a similar position.
So keep an eye on the railbirds. Okay, moving on to V85-2. This is the Diamant Stoet, 2,140 meters, auto start. And here, the data seems to be screaming one name.
It really is. This looks like the first potential speak or banker of the day. Number 1, Neftys Boko.
The consensus is overwhelming. Why is the confidence so high?
It's the combination of raw speed and the track layout. She is extremely fast from the start.
But again, post 1 in an auto start. Is there a risk she gets crossed?
There is always a risk, but again, Åby forgives that. Even if she doesn't hold the lead initially, she has the speed to retake it, or she can wait and use the open stretch. She just has so many ways to win compared to the others.
The opposition looks a little thin here.
It does.
Okay, but let's play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
We are doing a deep dive after all. If Neftys Boko has a bad day or gets boxed in, who picks up the pieces?
You'd be looking at number 3, Ebba. She finished very fast in her last race and is in top form. Or number 2, Victoria LL.
What's the scenario for Victoria LL?
She's very quick off the gate, but her driver is likely pragmatic. He knows Neftys Boko is the heavy favorite.
Right.
So the likely strategy is to take the lead immediately and then release it to the favorite.
The old catch and release.
Exactly. That puts Victoria LL in the pocket, enjoying a perfect trip behind the favorite. If the favorite falters, Victoria is right there to strike. It's a smart play for second place that could turn into a win if chaos strikes.
It's 4D chess at 40 kilometers an hour. Let's head to V85-3, the Gold Division, 2,640 meters. This feels like the main event in many ways.
It's a heavyweight boxing match. We have the tank, number 3, High on Pepper.
They call him the Winter King.
For good reason. He loves the long distance. 2,640 meters is a grind, and High on Pepper is a grinder. He doesn't just rely on a sprint, he powers through and wears opponents down.
But he did lose recently to number 4, Carrot River. So is this a revenge match?
Yeah. It is. But we need to unpack that previous loss to understand today's odds. The consensus among the experts is that High on Pepper's driver might have been a bit too passive last time.
Really?
Yeah, he tried to drive a tactical race while Carrot River got an absolute dream trip saved ground and sprinted late.
So tactically, High on Pepper was at a disadvantage that had nothing to do with his engine.
Exactly. This time, the expectation is pure aggression. High on Pepper is expected to drive for the lead and just power through. His form has improved since that loss, too. He's sharper.
What about number 5, Magahan? That's a very classy horse.
Classy, absolutely. But returning from a break, in the Gold Division, against a horse like High on Pepper who is in full race rhythm, you usually need a race in your legs to be competitive.
Right.
The feeling is he might need this run before he's ready to topple a giant. So yeah, most sources are pointing to number 3 as a very strong winner here.
Okay, so High on Pepper is looking like a solid anchor for the ticket. Now brace yourself, because we are entering V85 4, Class 3 versus Class 2, 2,640 meters. And looking at my notes here, I just see the words wide open, circled in red.
This is the headache race.
The paint roller race.
Exactly. You get your paint roller out and cover as many numbers as your budget allows. It's incredibly hard to predict.
We do have a favorite, number 9, Vesterbo Royal Flash.
He won easily last time, but this is a low-class race. These horses are inconsistent. They break stride. They lose focus. Relying on a single horse in a race like this is like flipping a coin and hoping it lands on its edge.
So who else should we be looking at if we're spreading our bet?
There's a guess from Norway, number 1, Belton Memphis, coming in with 3 straight wins. You always have to respect a horse that has a habit of winning.
Winning is a habit, as they say.
It is, and a good starting position. Then you have number 3, Dat's Million, another drive for Jepson, likely aiming for the lead. And keep an eye on number 12, Shenanigans.
Shenanigans, great name.
Even better driver change. Bjorn Goop is taking the reins. That is a massive positive signal.
Why does the driver change matter so much here?
Well, Bjorn Goop has some of the best hands in the business. On a horse like Shenanigans, who finished with energy left last time but maybe needed a bit of guidance, a top-tier driver can find gaps and regulate the pace in a way that creates a winning opportunity. It's an upgrade in the cockpit.
Are there any deep cuts?
Yeah.
I want to throw in a chaos agent.
If you want chaos, look at number 8, 12 o'clock, known for a strong finish. Or number 2, Flip Flop.
Flip-flop.
Returning from injury, which is a question mark, but has the capacity to surprise if he's ready. In a race this open, you can't rule out the chaotic elements. Cover as much as you can.
Okay, paint roller out for race 4. Let's move to V85 5. Stowe Division again, but short distance this time, 1,640 meters. And this is where it gets really interesting, because the sources are buzzing about a value play. Number 2, Amazon OC.
Yes. This is the horse everyone is talking about as the potential upset.
What's the case for her?
She put in a great performance last time, finishing second after a tough trip. Now she has a much better starting post number 2. That is arguably the best post on the grid.
So she has options.
She holds all the cards. She is fast out of the gate. She can choose to lead or, and this is the Åby factor again, she can let someone else lead, take the Rigla Durin, the winner's hole, and use the open stretch. Many experts see her as the potential winner over the favorite because the setup is just so much easier for her.
So Amazon OC is the smart play there. Are there any other contenders just in case?
Number 3, Beauty Evo, is in good form with a fast finish. And number 5, Princess of Divine. She often has bad luck, but if things clear up, she's capable. But yeah, Amazon OC is the headline here.
Got it. V85 6. Silver Division. 2,140 meters. We have a horse seeking redemption here. Number 9. Makalu Doc.
The Revenger.
He galloped before the start last time when he was heavily hyped. That burns a hole in the wallet.
It does, and it creates doubt. The capacity is undeniable. He's strong. But starting from the back row, number 9 makes it harder to control the race. You're at the mercy of the tempo up front.
Right.
If the leaders go slow, he has to circle the field wide, which is tough.
So who challenges him?
Number 3, Vinci Nice looked fantastic returning from France, likely to aim for the lead. But there's one horse the experts are getting really excited about, a bit of a hidden gem.
Which one?
Number 6, Hobart.
Hobart.
He's often overlooked, has a low winning percentage, but if you look at the sessional times, the data behind the result, he finished extremely fast in his last race.
He's peaking.
He is peaking right now. There is a specific warning in the source material to watch out for this horse. He could be the shock of the round.
I like that. The data nerd's pick. What about number 8, Xanthus Hilton?
Good form, but post 8. That is a terrible starting position. You're starting in the parking lot. It's a mountain to climb.
So the strategy here.
Guard against the favorite. A lock with numbers 3, 6, and 9 seems to be the smart play.
Okay. Race 7, V85 7, Class 1, 1,640 meters. And we have a big question mark right at the top. Number 1, Deadly Map.
The comeback kid.
This horse ran in the Alet Loppet weekend. That's huge capacity. Yeah. But he hasn't raced in months.
Knee surgery. That's not a minor issue. That's structural. And the trainer reports are very low-key, suggesting he might need a race or two to get back to form.
So backing him as a favorite feels risky, especially in a sprint.
Extremely dangerous. In a sprint, there is no time to warm up. If you are a fraction of a second rusty off the gate, the race is over. You're betting on past glory versus current fitness.
So where do we look instead?
Number 3, Global Futurity.
Why him?
He is race fit. He has a good starting position. He's fast. The scenario here is simple. If Deadly Map is passive or slow off the mark because of the rest, Global Futurity likely takes the lead.
And he's gone.
And over short distance, if a horse like Global Futurity gets the lead without spending too much energy, he likely wins.
Are there any wildcards?
Number 5, Don Quixote Face. Strong horse, offensive driver, but high risk of galloping. If he trots, he's dangerous. Also, number 2, Wincelot is fast and will get a good trip.
But the smart money seems to be fading the rusty favorite in favor of Global Futurity.
That's the logical play.
All right, we have arrived at the finale. V85 8, Bronze Division, 2,140 meters. And it sounds like we might be saving the best for last.
This looks like the most solid bet of the day. The banker.
Number 3, follow him.
He has won 4 straight races.
Huh.
He looks like a machine. The analysis is that this is a horse destined for the gold division eventually. He has the complete package strength and speed.
But horse racing is all about scenarios. How does this race play out? We have number 1, Ideal Stone, who was fast and looked amazing last time.
Ideal Stone is fast.
Yeah.
And he was cured of some stomach issues recently, which explains the form boost. He will likely take the lead initially.
So does he fight the favorite?
No, and this is where the social dynamics of racing come in. The driver of Ideal Stone knows that follow him is a monster. If he tries to fight him, they both lose energy and someone else wins. So the likely scenario is the respectful pass.
You go ahead.
Exactly. Ideal Stone takes the lead, follow him comes up alongside, and Ideal Stone releases the lead. That puts follow him in command of the race, and Ideal Stone sits in the pocket for a likely second place. It's the perfect setup for the favorite.
Is there anyone who could spoil this coronation?
Number 6, Leverage, has won 5 in a row. You have to respect that. But he is stepping up in class here, and he is facing a horse and follow him who's just on another level right now.
So if you're looking to save money on your ticket for those harder races like V85 4...
If you single mark number 3, follow him. It's the safest port in the storm.
So let's unpack the whole day. If we're building a strategy for this Valentine's Day V85, what are the pillars?
Well, for your bankers, the solid wins, you're looking at number 3, follow him in V85 8, and probably number 3, high on Pepper in V85 3. Those are the anchors.
And for the value, the drag.
V85 5, number 2, Amazon OC.
And for the big surprise, the Skrell.
Keep an eye on number 6, Hobart in V85 6.
And of course, the golden rule of Åby.
Never give up on the inside horse. The open stretch changes reality in the final 200 meters. If your horse looks trapped, just wait. The seas might part.
You know, that raises an interesting psychological point. We always talk about how the open stretch helps the horse on the inside. But does it change the mindset of the drivers on the outside?
That's a fascinating question.
If you're a driver on the outside, you know you can't just box the leader in to win. You can't rely on traffic problems to beat them. Does it force you to be more aggressive earlier in the race? Does the track design actually change the psychology of the entire first lap, not just the finish?
It definitely adds a layer of pressure. You have to win on merit, not just tactics. It forces an honest race.
Something to think about as you watch the races today. It's going to be a fascinating afternoon. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just looking for some Valentine's excitement, Åby looks like it's going to deliver.
It definitely does.
Good luck with your tickets. Enjoy the double open stretch madness, and hopefully we helped you find a few winners.
And remember, knowledge is only power if you apply it. Good luck.
Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive. We'll see you next time.